Jonathan in Fresno, listen on KYNO 940. Hi, Jonathan. You're on with Congressman John Campbell.
Hey, Hugh. Hey, Congressman. How you guys doing today?
Great.
I have one comment and two questions for Congressman Campbell. Comment number one, I just wanted to really say kudos. I know that it sounds like Mike Pence isn't going to run for president, but I'm so proud of the leadership that he showed in passing the Pence Amendment. And it reminded me, really watching him today and yesterday on C-SPAN, reminded me of William Wilberforce, where he has introduced this amendment to try and ban Planned Parenthood from federal funding many, many times before, and he's always been defeated. And to see him have the courage of his convictions to stand up there and keep pushing and pushing was great. So I just wanted to say kudos to him. And
Jonathan, let me just stop, and you can get your other two questions. Let me just stop you there. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Mike Pence, if you haven't seen it, it's probably on YouTube or something. His opening 5-minute speech that he gave on that amendment last night was just stunningly good. It was very good, very articulate, very reasonable, and I thought it was excellent. And I hope and believe he's likely to run for governor of Indiana.
I would love to see that, and you can look no further than the Pence Amendment for Republican leadership to see that the grassroots is hungry for someone like Mike Pence to take up an issue, and this isn't even a huge money saver, this is just on the moral issue of it. The Republican leadership needs to know that the grassroots is willing to stand behind them and is willing to melt the phones on behalf of things that they believe in, especially both fiscal and moral issues.
Absolutely true.
My two quick questions. Number one for Congressman Campbell, is there any worry that there is a line-item veto, even if the Pence Amendment or other amendments get out of conference committee? President Obama, he has to either veto the entire bill or sign the entire bill, correct? He can't line-item veto parts of it he doesn't like, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Second question, then. I'm the head of a local right-to-life organization here in Central California. What do we need to do? Right-to-life groups across the country, Tea Party groups across the country, bloggers like Michelle Malkin and Hot Air. What do we need to do to make sure in the next week that the Pence Amendment and all the other budget-cutting amendments make it through the conference committee and force that showdown on President Obama's desk?
Get that message on the things that are important to you. Get those messages to members of Congress. Get that out through the blogosphere, out through the various ways, and let it be known that these are things you guys can't give on in conference committee. At some point there will be a conference committee that looks at this and decides what to put together and what not. And then and whenever you get into a conference, whenever you get into something like that, each side comes in with some inviolates. Now, sometimes if both of them have the same inviolate, then you're at loggerheads, and then you see what happens. But you come in and you say, okay, there's a lot of stuff we can talk about. These are a few things we can't. And that's what we need to do, is get some of those things on that list.
And that's got to be this cutting Planned Parenthood. The country believes in Jonathan's position, in Mike Pence's position, in John Campbell's position. The leadership has to know that, because Barbara Boxer will probably threaten to filibuster this John Campbell.
Yeah, I'm sure she will. And, it's not a small amount of money, $346 million.
No, cutting off Planned Parenthood is extraordinarily important. It is, again, an outward manifestation of inward conviction about the right size, scope, purpose of government, not with my money, not with the taxpayers' money, but there are other issues as well. One more segment with John Campbell coming up, 1-800-520-1234. Thank you, Jonathan in Fresno. I love that KYNO 940 audience. I'll be right back on the Hugh Hewitt Show.